Hello everyone, welcome to this SharePoint Online tutorial. In this video, we will see few web parts that are presented in the modern SharePoint site pages. And these are the headings that we are going to cover in this video. Initially, we will see SharePoint Online Bing Maps web part and how we can use it in our modern SharePoint site pages. In the same way, we will see button and call to action web part, encode snippet web part, divider and spacer web part, and finally we will see what is our event web part and how we can show the upcoming events into our modern SharePoint site pages. And this is the SharePoint Online Bing Maps web part, and this Bing Map web parts which allows us to show or display a map to our modern SharePoint site page. And there are two map types that are available in the Bing Map web part. One is the aerial type and the another one is road type. And we also have an option to pin the location or address that we are going to mention in the Bing Map web part. We can also zoom in or zoom out the Bing Maps web part, which is very user friendly. And here we can use the Bing Map to search or easily find the address or location into our modern SharePoint site pages. And one more thing, the Bing Map web part is not available in the SharePoint Server 2019 version. Now I am going to show how to use the Bing Map web part into our modern SharePoint site page. And this is the SharePoint site page where I am going to show you how we can use the Bing Map web part. Initially, open the modern SharePoint site pages and click on the edit icon which is presented over here. Once you click on the edit icon, select the section that you want to choose. You can select any one of this section. Here I am going to select one column section here and click on the plus icon over here to add a new web part and search for the Bing Maps web part and select the Bing Map web part over here. As I said, the Bing Map web part is added to our modern SharePoint site pages, where here you can add the title that you want to show, and here you can choose the address or location that you want to display over the Bing Map web part. Here I am going to choose this address. Once you select the address, you can see here show pin label on the map. By default it will be enabled. If you disable it, you can't see the location which you selected is pinned or not, labeled or not. When I'm enabling it, you can see the location which I gave is enabled. When I'm disabling it, we cannot see the labeled location over here. As I said, these are the two views. One is road view, another one is aerial view, and the aerial view looks like this. Here I'm going with the road view map, and these are the zoom in and zoom out option that I mentioned here. And we also have an option to move the web part, duplicate the web part, and if you want to delete the web part, we can choose the delete icon. Once you added the Bing Map web part, click on the republish icon so that the changes will be appear into our modern SharePoint site pages. Once you select the republish, then here you can see the Bing Map web part is added to our modern SharePoint site page. Now we will see the SharePoint Online button web part. The button web part which allows us to add the label button and add links over the button. It is very easy to us to navigate to any of the mentioned URL, like either it is an internal URL or the external URL. When we click on the button, it easily navigates to the mentioned URL. And the button web part is not available in the SharePoint Server 2019. And call to action web part. The call to action web part is also similar as the button web part. In button web part, we will add the link. Either it is an internal URL or external URL. There is one advantage over the call to action web part is we can add a background image and text to the call to action web part, and we can also highlight the content over the call to action web part. And the call to action web part is not available in the SharePoint Server 2019 version. Here I will show you how to add the button web part as well as the call to action web part. In the same way, select the modern SharePoint site pages where you have to add the button web part and call to action web part, and click on the edit icon over here. Choose the section that you want to display in the modern SharePoint site. Here I am going to choose the two column section, where this side I am going to add the button web part, and here you can see the edit web part option, where you can enter the label that you want to display, and here you can pass the link, and you can see the button alignment option is there. can select center or align right or align left. Here I am going to choose the center option and click on the republish icon. When you click on the SP Guides button, it redirects to the SP Guides page. In the same way, you can add the call to action web part. Here it is, call to action web part, and click on the edit web part icon. The button label is enjoy SharePoint. Here you can give the button link. Here also you can see the button alignment over here. This is the one advantage in call to action web part, where we can highlight the content and we can also change the images, background image of the web part, and click on the republish icon to save your changes so that the changes will be appear into the modern SharePoint site page. When you click on this enjoy SharePoint button, it directly redirects to the mentioned URL. Here you can see it redirects to the mentioned URL. This is the button web part which navigates to the mentioned URL, and this is the call to action web part which navigates to the mentioned URL. This is how we can add the button web part and the call to action web part to the modern SharePoint site page. And the next one is SharePoint Online Code Snippet Web Part, and we can use the code snippet web part into our modern SharePoint site pages when we want to add or display some code snippet to our modern SharePoint site pages. By default, it will be showing into the JavaScript code language. We can also change the code language that we want to add it, and we can also change the theme, and we can also change the whether we want the number lines or unnumbered lines, and it is available both in the SharePoint team site as well as in the SharePoint communication site. In the same way, the code snippet is also not available in the SharePoint Server 2090 version. We can also change the theme of the code snippet web part. We can either choose the dark theme or the light theme. In the same way, open the SharePoint site pages where you want to add the code snippet web part and click on the edit icon, choose the section and search for the code snippet option over here, snippet, and as I said, by default it will be displayed in the JavaScript language. We can choose the any language that we want to display the code into our modern SharePoint site pages. Here I am going to choose the HTML language. By default, it will be in the dark theme. We can also change it as a light theme. Here you can see I have mentioned the HTML code over here, and if I select unnumbered lines, the numbers will be not displayed over here. If I select the number lines, then we can see the numbers over here into the code snippet web part, and these are the two themes that are available. If we select light theme, then we can see the code snippet web part displays in the light theme, and if we choose the dark theme, it displays in the dark theme mode. And we also, when we edit the web part, we can see the line wrap option. If you want to enable it, we can enable it, else we can disable it, and click on the republish icon so that the changes will be appear in the modern SharePoint site pages. Here you can see the code snippet web part displays the code that we want to display it into our modern SharePoint site pages. And now we will see how we can use the SharePoint Online Divider web part and Spacer web part. Before that, we will know what is Divider and the Spacer web part. And the Divider web part, which allows us to insert line between the two web parts. We can separate two web parts by using the Divider web part. Using the modern SharePoint Divider web part, we can divide and show the two web parts separately. And the SharePoint Online Spacer web part, which allows us to add the extra space to our SharePoint site pages. Using the Spacer web part, we can add the vertical space to our modern SharePoint site page. If we want to add extra space into our modern SharePoint site page, then we can use the Spacer web part. Now we will see how we can use the Divider and Spacer web part into our SharePoint Online modern site page. In the same way, open the modern SharePoint site page where we want to add Divider and Spacer web part. Click on the edit icon. Here, choose the one column layout and select the plus icon and search for the divider web part, and you can see the line appears in the web part. When we edit the web part, we can see the length and weight of the line that we want to display. Here you can choose the length that you want to divide the web parts, and here you can choose the weight of the line. that you want to display it into our modern SharePoint site pages when we are dividing or separating the two web parts. In the same way, select the section and go for the spacer web part, and here you can drag or use the arrow icon to resize the space over here, and when you edit we can see only one option. If you click the hide in mobile view, then the space will not appear in the mobile view. If you disable it, it will be appear in the mobile view as well. And the maximum that you can apply leave space here is 322. We can choose the minimum pixel is 16. So here I am going to leave the pixel as 64 pixel and click on the republish icon so that the changes will be appear. Here you can see the divider line and the spacer will be presented over here. Once you add the next web part, the space will be left over the modern SharePoint site page. And now we will learn about the SharePoint Online Events web part. And when we add the event web part to our modern SharePoint site pages, it automatically displays the upcoming event or occasion that are presented in the modern SharePoint site pages. Using the event web part, we can display the upcoming events so that the user can get enough information regarding the particular event. And when we add the event web part, by default the view will be the frame strip style view to display the upcoming events. Now we will see how we can add the event web parts to our modern SharePoint site pages. Here open the modern SharePoint site pages where you want to add the event web part. Click on the edit icon. You can choose this section over here and select the plus icon and go for the events web part. And here you can see the event is upcoming event is displaying in the event web part. We can add title over the event web part, and here you can see the source we can display here is the presented in this particular site, or we can choose all site, or else we can select the web part selected site we can choose. In the same way, as I said, here you can see the layout will be by default it will be in film strip. We can also choose the compact layout here, and it is possible to choose or show the event images as well. I will also show you how to add events to the event web part. Click on the republish so that you can able to add the new event over here. Here you can see the space that we use for the spacer web part is presented over here, and click on the add event option. Give the title, choose the date that you want to schedule the meeting, enter the location, and you can pass the meeting link over here, and you can also display the name of the meeting, and you can also choose category and click on the here you can select the event participant over here, and you can also enter the text regarding the meeting and click on the save button so that the event will be saved. You can see the event is created. When you click see all events option, you can see the upcoming events are presented over here. And now go to the home page, and here you can see the Bing Map web part is added to our modern SharePoint site pages, and this is the button web part that we added, and this is the call to action web part, and this is the code snippet web part, divider web part, and spacer web part. Here click on the refresh icon so that the events will be appear. Here you can see the events that we created is appear in the event web part, and these are the web parts that we learned in this video. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please do like and share. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.